everyone likes to go fast, everyone likes to flail around, but it kind of brings us back to the grassroots of how we've got to. We had the rough been put back in, and it just makes it a challenge. It gives people the understanding of what the car can do. It's not just about dragging them down the field.
Exactly, so I think that's part of it. Because obviously you come down to the festival, you've got those cracking little mobiles there, and then you come into the rumble strip, and it really does demonstrate one thing, the fast it's going to be a hell of a bumpy ride.
It is. It's all about showing the actual articulation, what the geometry that the suspension has to do with these cars, and hats off to everyone that put the event on. And we went out with me this morning, and with respect, we've been up and down it a few times now. We went across it, and the car flies lovely. I'm used to it. It flies nicely, and it's the same again over Sheffield. It's a matter of approach, speed, lift, and then give it a boot pull, get the back end down so it flies nicely. So it's about leaving the ground and doing driving as you do. That's what off road racing's about.
So Gary Bowers has been making this look so simple coming down.
Gary, with that fabulous Metro 6R4 car, always turns heads. Doing some great stuff this year. But what does it feel this year, 2022, to be back at Goodwood?
First of all, it's a pleasure to be here, an honour to be here, to get invited again for the third time. Absolutely fantastic. We've been blessed with the good weather again.
Yeah.
Car's all ready.
Blistering, and it's going to be as hot up there, I'll tell you.
Absolutely. We fitted an extra fan for the driver.
Yeah,
we're all ready to go. Car's all ready from the French event that we did 4 or 5 weeks ago. So a couple of little bits that we had to put right, and luckily we didn't have to put any of the bodywork right. That was all as good finish. So
you've been doing a bit of stuff out with the French terrain, haven't you?
Since the end of COVID, when the restrictions have been lifted, we've been able to get back over there, and we did Seven Valleys and Plains and Valleys at the back end of last year. We have 2 different co-drivers and got one good result. We had a shock absorber failure on one of the rallies on stage 2, but then we did Plains and Valleys at the end of the year, and we were knocking on the top door of the top 10 again. So we had a really good event.
Fantastic.
That was with Mark, and we were also actually the fastest Brits in that rally. So we got a lovely trophy to take home with us. So
it means
very
so
pleased.
much. I mean, those events, they have massive fields, and there's a lot of tarmac involved as well as real off-road, because you've got liaisons down through the town to set at home cafe. It's fantastic.
Yep.
But for you, that fits, and for your car, it fits both, doesn't it? I mean, a bit of circuit racing for you as well. You do a bit of
the circuit racing. We've been racing a little Renault Clio last year.
Yeah,
and the beginning of this
that's
year.
a turnaround, isn't it? It's normally the son nicking Dad's car. This time you've nicked your son's car.
Yeah, Dad's car's a bit temperamental at the moment. It's not playing ball, so we're nearly there with that car. But learning to drive a little Renault Clio front wheel drive, 175 horsepower. It's been absolutely loads of fun, and learnt loads as well. So it's all relative. Rear wheel drive, front wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. So I get the benefit of everything. So it's always learning. You're never too old to learn.
Absolutely, and with any form of motorsport, the more you can put into it, the more you've got in your background, in your head. And we've said many a time with off-road, the key thing to it is that acute terrain alteration. You've got to be ready for it. You've got to be able to read the ground so fast, and in milliseconds adapt. Your approach, you everything about it, haven't you?
Well, circuit racing, the track's the same every time you go around.
Yep.
You're round and round. You can call it round and round
racing.
You're
thinking brake, steering, and your speed, and with off-road, it's that extra bit, isn't it?
Yeah, the off-road, your eyes are on stalks. You're looking for rocks in undergrowth, and it's you call it every lap or every stage. That in France we do the stages twice, usually, sometimes 3 times over the one day.
Yeah.
And you're looking for lines that the cars have gone round before you. You do. You have to be fit. You have to keep yourself fit and keep yourself mentally fit as well for them, because it's coming up so fast. The French events are so quick.
Now your car really is. It does turn heads, doesn't it? In the Belgian colours, it looks absolutely beautiful. Talk us through the car a little bit.
Well, it's Carl Hubel built for Sean Wilkinson back in 2015, so we're 7-8 years old now. And it's the same engine. It's the same engine that I've always had. It's been an absolutely amazing BMW 3.2 E36 engine, and it's just kept going and going and going. And we just looked after it, serviced it, and it's looked after me. We've had a couple of different things happening with the differentials in there, but ultimately, yeah, it's the same car each year. It just keeps going and going and going. I'm learning to drive it better every year as well, so we're always in the search for more power, but it's been a good car to learn to drive in off-roading.
We're certainly always in the list of cars to be watching, that's for sure, for all of them. You know, whatever the event is, it's hello.
Yeah,
we
we do get a lot of the French coming up and asking to take pictures, and not only the crowds, but actually some of the other drivers like to come up and have the pictures taken. So it does definitely turn heads. Yeah.
And you're always right up there in the top spots too. So for you, 2022, so we've got a big field. The arena's been revamped. We've got some new ideas up there. It's all looking absolutely amazing. Which bit are you looking forward to the most? Which bit have you maybe got just a little bit of
I'm a circuit racer at heart, so going up the hill, obviously.
A piece of cake, yeah, a piece of, isn't it? It's just
it's a thrill. The adrenaline's flowing down at the bottom. I know it's only a hill climb and it's not really timed, but nevertheless, it's still such an honour. It's definitely a bucket list thing to do.
It's everybody watching you, isn't it?
So to go up the hill is
that start
amazing.
line, I can feel it pounding already, and I'm not even. I don't even sat on it, but I know
we were specifically told we're off-road racers. Don't go on the grass. The grass is not where you should be. So I got to the first corner last year, turned the steering wheel, nothing happened, understeered straight onto the grass, cautiously came off it without keeping the foot in, and I've had a good few comments, and there's been a few Goodwood pictures, and we use a Metro 6R4 to cut the grass at Goodwood Festival of Speed. So yeah, I'm going to be a little bit more careful with the first corner turning this year, I think.
Right, we'll be watching for that. Just keep the pressure on.
Yeah.
Oh, Gary, it's brilliant, and we're really looking forward to you, because seeing you going up there, because you've got that extra skill. Although the cars, we have to say, aren't set up for tarmac, somebody in the hands of somebody like you, it's going to look impressive whatever you do. Any thoughts on Goodwood as an overall for 2022?
Well, we've got obviously a famous off-road Paris-Dakar racer joining us this year, so that's going to add an extra element to the crowd participation as they come up to the off-road arena. So I think we're all really excited to see a famous face, if you like.
Just the place to be.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah, it's obviously last year. I think it was the first non-COVID event, wasn't it? The Goodwood Festival of Speed. So this year, no restrictions. All the crowds were here. It was sold out months and months ago. So I can only imagine it's going to be huge spectators, huge crowds, and all really good fun.
Well, Gary Baz, I'm sure you would do Off-Road Motorsport absolutely proud. Thank you so much for taking
time
to come up and have a chat with us, and really good luck for Goodwood Festival of Speed 2022.
As he comes around that top berm, he is absolutely super sick around that top berm. You'll bring that car down through, he keeps it so tidy. As I say, been out to take part in all the French events as well, just going to come down through here. We watched him over the weekend, and he had some tremendous lines. Looks for a little car.
Yeah, it's quite short in the wheelbase, but very wide in the track. So it's a very manoeuvrable car, very controllable.
Well, there's a few lined up, but I think you're going to start shaking things up quite seriously coming through now. Gary Baz, certainly one of those up over cycle with famous perfect flights. There's the onboard entertainment with that. It's beautiful. It cracks it round the back there, brings it down, lovely line, always comes down very low down there, and you get this beautiful seamless streamline run down through into that bottom berm. Perfectly handled. Just a lovely, it's a good run. It's a good run. Whether it's fast enough to beat that 2:27, just waiting to see now coming up through on his first. And the second one always just that little bit faster. They want to get that first run done and dusted at a really good pace. And then the second one absolutely gunning for it. So coming down through now, the line he had down through his morning room was really good. So if he's going to hold on to that. Changing all the time. Oh, divine. Absolutely pitch perfect. Absolutely pitch perfect. This is going to be very, very interesting. 2:27 then, I think the time to beat so far. Absolutely. So Alex right starting with a laptop and all findings on there. James Tennant behind on the board, fantastic. Melanie watching on. Everybody from off-road across the board is here. With Britpart at the Goodwood Festival of Speed Off Road Arena. Gary Bowers powering down the far side. Lovely, absolutely gorgeous. The driving is sublime. Used to the really fast straights on and the cross planes on the plains and valleys, events like that. He just takes this sort of thing in his stride. The checkered flag for Gary. Let's have a little look and see what Gary Bowers has done. On that run, a 2:33. Is that a 2:32? Yeah. Surprise, that's a little bit good run from Gary there. Just love that little car, absolutely gorgeous. The Metro.